Jai Shri Ramakrishna. Namaskaram to all of you, the devotees of Holy Trail. Kindly sit erect, holding the head, neck, and the spine in a straight line. Gently close your eyes. Listening to the divine names and the songs, your mind must have become calm and started hovering around Ishtadevata Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Gather that calm and quiet mind and fix it on your entire body, feeling that you are inside your body from the top of the head to the tip of the toe. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Dhyana Karyeshu Sarvada. Think of your spiritual guide, Guru, who gave you the Ishta mantra. Uttering this mantra, mentally offer pranams to him. Ajnanathimirantasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Gently focus your attention on the Hridaya Kendra, heart center. Imagine a beautiful, holy and luminous red lotus, Rakta Padma, blossoming in the heart center. With devotion, bhakti bhava welling up in your heart, the whole mind deeply expecting, pray to Bhagavan Shri Sri Ramakrishna, your Hridaya Murti, to come and sit on the lotus of your heart and bless you. Hey Dinanath, hey Kripa Sindhu, Mama Hridaya Murti, Prema Rupa Sri Ramakrishna Deva, kindly come and sit on the lotus of my heart and shower your Amritamaya Anugraha on me. Tretaya Ramarupaya Dvapare Krishnamurtaye Kalau Purnavataya Shri Ramakrishna Namaha Namaha Namo Namaha. Hearing your prayer, Karunamaya Vigraha, Karunya Murti Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, with his luminous form, a divine smile on his lips, eyes pouring compassion and love on you, is coming and gently sitting on the lotus of your heart. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna. Behold the divine, holy and pure form of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Deva, sitting on the lotus of your heart. Gently look at the pure, blissful image form of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Feel Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna on the lotus of your heart as a living person. Feel the divine body of Sri Ramakrishna throbbing with life. The body full of flesh and blood, the breathing process going on. Feel the divine and living presence of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna as you will feel the living parents or any of your friends. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Meet your Ishta Devata, Prema Rupa Sri Ramakrishna, by directly looking into his divine and kind eyes without fear or hesitation. Look at Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna on the lotus of your heart. Deeply, unwaveringly, with great devotion and love, look at the Karunya Murti, Sri Ramakrishna Deva, on the lotus of your heart. With the arrival of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Deva on the lotus of your heart, all the uneasiness and the diseases in your body are slowly disappearing. Your body is regaining great health and is relaxed. The presence of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and his divine presence and the compassion pouring from his kind eyes, all the discomforts, worries, fear, and all the anxieties in your mind are totally disappearing. Your mind is becoming joyful, relaxed, and peaceful. Great quietness, great silence inside you. Silence above you, below you. Expanding silence covering the whole world. Feel that you are far away from the world and you at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and Sri Ramakrishna on the lotus of your heart. Both of you are alone. Enjoy the holy, purifying, divine, Amritamaya Sannidhya of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Bhagavan is looking at you and you are looking at Bhagavan. This is what they call as Milan ki Purnima, the moon of communion. The tender and the compassionate look of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna on you is creating waves of joy and bhakti inside you. Looking at your Ishta Devata, great waves of devotion, bhakti bhava is arising in you, creating a sort of romanchitam in your body, and slowly the bhakti is emerging through the corners of your eyes like teardrops blossoming. Om Namo Bhagavate Krishnaya. Collecting Bhakti Bhava Pushpa blossomed on the corners of your eyes and offer them at the Charanaravinda of Hridaya Murti Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, uttering this mantra. Om Stapakaya Dharmasya Sarvadharmaswarupine Avataravarishthaya Ramakrishhnaya Te Namaha. Fall at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Offer your Sashtanga Pranamam, gently touching the lotus feet of Prabhu Sri Ramakrishna Deva. Touch the lotus feet gently. They are Komalam Chinmayangam. Bhagavan's body is very soft and Komala. Touch the lotus feet with your hands and head. Sri Ramakrishna's lotus feet is the place of Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa. Sri Ramakrishna's Charana Kamalam is the place of Yoga Samanvaya. Those are the lotus feet of the one who was Rama and the one who came as Krishna. That lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is the entrance for Samadhi and merging into Sachidananda Sagara. Get up and look at the tender eyes of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Bhagavan, pleased with your prayer, is looking at you with motherly affection and compassion. Go near Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Sit at his lotus feet. You and your Ishta Devata being alone, Open your heart and talk to him. हे दया सिंधु, हे दीनबंधु, मम हृदयनाथ Sri Ramakrishna. You know the deepest recess of my heart. I always want to think of you, chant your name, sing about you, and meditate on you. But I find it so difficult. Now and then I see you, and suddenly the worldly thoughts enter and block my mind. Hey Prabhu, with great feeling, tears arising in the corner of my eyes, with folded hands, I also would like to tell you, like the great Goswami Tulasidas, Hey Prabhu, I want to think of you constantly. That is the desire of my heart. But the wretched mind, with the Janma Janmantara Karma Phalas and Samskaras, are constantly hindering, creating obstacles to me. So, with feelings in my heart, with my melting heart and feelings, Hey Ramakrishna Deva, like Tulasidas ji, I would like to tell you, Nanya Spraha Hridi me smadiye Satyam vadami cha bhavan Akhilantaratma. Sri Ramakrishna Deva, the Lord of my heart, you know what is in my heart. I want to think of you. I want to deeply love you and pour my heart's bhakti on you. That is the only sprinkle. You know it because you are my antaratma. But Kamadi dosharahitam kurumanasam. Make my wretched mind free from kamas, all the worldly desires. Kamadi dosharahitam kurumanasam. So I beg from you, Bhagavan, Bhakti Prayajana Pungava Nirbhara me. My heart wants you. My mind is running behind the worldly desires. Hey Bhagavan, hey Bhakta Samrat, hey Bhakta Swarupa, hey Bhakti Nayaka, make my heart and mind merge into one, for which please bless me and shower all your grace, giving Bhakti Prayajana Pungava Avatara Varishta. Give me Shuddha Bhakti. Give me Viveka and Vairagya. Hey Ramakrishna Deva, offering all my tears and feelings of the heart at your lotus feet, I beg Ramakrishna Raga Bhakti from you. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Again, fall at the Padarabindam of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Greatly pleased with your prayer of the heart, seeking Ramakrishna Raga Bhakti, Sri Ramakrishna, face turning red out of love and affection for you, tears appearing in Bhagavan's eyes also. Sri Ramakrishna is lifting both his hands, keeping it on your head, placing it on your shirasa. Sri Ramakrishna is blessing you so that the mind and the heart will become one and flow like rivers constantly flowing into the ocean. Hey Bhagavan, Karunyavari, Kaliyuga Varada, may my heart and mind, like the rivers entering the sea, constantly flowing to you, the Sachidananda Sagara. With folded hands, thinking your ahankara as the karpura camphor, considering your chitta as the deepa, keep the ahankara karpura of the chitta deepa and light the camphor with the bhakti of Ramakrishna and do karpura arati round the holy image of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, uttering this mantra. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshavidyam Tam Ramakrishna Shirasa Namami. Tam Ramakrishna Shirasa Namami. Shirasa Namami. Om Namo Bhagavate with the great faith and the feeling that Hridaya Murti Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is constantly seated on the Hridaya Padma, constantly blessing you, protecting you and guiding you. Gently conclude the meditation on Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Let us chant Sri Ramakrishna Stotra Shuddhi. Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gato Piva Yasmare Kundari Paksham Sabaya Bhyantara Shuchihi Om Sarvamangala Mangalyam Parenyam Varadam Shubham Narayanam Namaskritya Sarvakarmani Karaye. First I will chant. Please follow me. Om Gadadharaya Namaha. Om Ramakrishnaya Namaha. Om Daya Vishnudbhavaya Namaha. Om Shudhiramatmajaya Namaha. Om Chandramani Priyaya Namaha. Om Nirgunaya Namaha. Om Naravaraya Namaha. Om Anavadhyaya Namaha. Om Achalaya Namaha. Om Pranavasvarupaya Namaha. Om Aim Swarupaya Namaha. Om Hrim Swarupaya Namaha. Om Karunaghanaya Namaha. Om Dharma Samstapakaya Namaha. Om Avatara Varishtaya Namaha. Om Sarvadharma Swarupaya Namaha. Om Tyagishwaraya Namaha. Om Yugavataraya Namaha. Om Shri Namakaya Namaha. Om Maranogni Vinashakaya Namaha. Om Vedamurtaye Namaha. अस्पृश्योद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ गुप्तावताराय नमः। ॐ आदिनाथाय नमः। ॐ ज्ञानदानावतीर्णाय नमः। ॐ ज्ञानमूर्तये नमः। ॐ शृङ्गितयुगेश्वराय नमः। ॐ जगन्मातृदर्शकाय नमः। ॐ जनगणोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ जगन्नाथाय नमः। ॐ तन्त्रपारगाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ त्यागी शिरोमणये नमः। ॐ त्रिपुटीशून्याय नमः। ॐ दुरितदलनाय नमः। ॐ दयाघनाय नमः। ॐ ध्यानसिद्धाय नमः। ॐ नरदुःखवारणाय नमः। ॐ निर्माणमोहाय नमः। ॐ पूर्णब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ परमपित्रे नमः। ॐ प्राणारामाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ पतितोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ प्राणसखाय नमः। ॐ पूर्णज्ञानिने नमः। ॐ पूर्णशक्ताय नमः। ॐ पूर्णभक्ताय नमः। ॐ पूर्णयोगिने नमः। ॐ पूर्णकर्मिणे नमः। ॐ प्राणकान्ताय नमः। ॐ परमहंसाय नमः। ॐ विश्वपूजिताय नमः। ॐ विश्वपालकाय नमः। ॐ विश्वकीर्तये नमः। ॐ विश्वधात्रे नमः। ॐ विश्वस्रष्टे नमः। ॐ विभवे नमः। ॐ विरजसे नमः। ॐ विश्वेश्वराय नमः। ॐ विवेकप्रदाय नमः। ॐ वृद्धश्रवसे नमः। ॐ विश्ववेदसे नमः। ॐ विश्वधर्मप्रतीकाय नमः। ॐ विश्वकल्याणकृते नमः। ॐ वेदार्चिताय नमः। ॐ भवबन्धनखण्डनाय नमः। ॐ वाञ्छाकल्पतरवे नमः। ॐ भक्तहृदयरञ्जनाय नमः। ಓಂ ಮಾತೃಪೂಜಕಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಯುಗಾಚಾರ್ಯಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಧರ್ಮಮೇಘ ಸಮಾಧಿಮತೆ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ರಿಪುಜಯಮರ್ದನಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಧರ್ಮದ್ವಂದ್ವಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ವಿಶ್ವಧರ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾಶಕಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಸಾಧಕ ಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿನೇ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಸತ್ಯವತಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಚಿತ್ತನಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಸರ್ವತೋಭದ್ರಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ವೇದಾಂತೋಜ್ವಲ ಭಾಷ್ಯ ಸ್ವರೂಪಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಶಾರದಾಪತಯೇ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಶಾರದಾ ಸೇವಿತಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಕಥಾಮೃತ ಪ್ರವರ್ಷಿಣೇ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಆಪೂರ್ವ ಸತ್ಯನಿಷ್ಠಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ಪುರುಷ ಸಮಕೃಪಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಪರಮಾಚಾರ್ಯಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಪರಮಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಪರಾಪರಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಪರಮೇಷ್ಠಿ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಅಖಂಡ ವಿಲೀನಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಹಂಸಾಯ ನಮಃ. इति श्री रामकृष्ण पुष्पांजलि मंत्र शतनामावली संपूर्णा. श्रुति श्री रामकृष्ण पुष्पांजलि मंत्र शतनामावली संपूर्णा. नानाविध मंत्र परिमल पत्र पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. ओम स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. सर्वधर्मस्थापकस्त्वं सर्वधर्मस्वरूपकः आचार्याणां महाचार्यो रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. ॐ प्रियतां पुण्डरीकाक्षः सर्वयज्ञेश्वरो हरिः तस्मिन् तुष्टे जगस्तुष्टं प्रीणिते प्रीणितं जगत्. श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय. जय श्री महामाई की जय. जय श्री स्वामी जी महाराज जी की जय. ಈಗ ಚಹಾ ವಿರಾಮ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ತಾವು ಚಹಾ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನಂತರ ಶಾರದಾದೇವಿ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವೀರಭದ್ರಾನಂದಜಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರವರು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠ ಹರಿಪಾಲ್ ಕೇರಳದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಾನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೈಡೆಡ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥವರು. ಅವರು ಶ್ರೀ ಗಾಸ್ಪೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣದಿಂದ ವಾಚನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಂತರ ಆಶ್ರಮದ ಭಕ್ತರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಗೋಕುಲ್ ಮುತ್ತೂರ್ ಅವರಿಂದ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಕುರಿತು ಬಿ ಗುಡ್ ಗುಡ್ ದ ಕ್ವಿಂಟೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ಎಂಬ ವಿಷಯ ಕುರಿತು ಪ್ರವಚನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಂತರ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿಮೋಕ್ಷಾನಂದಜಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರವರು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠ ಏಲ್ಗಿರಿ ತಮಿಳುನಾಡಿನಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರು ಅವರು ಈ ಫೈತ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಫೈ ಎಂಬ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ ಕುರಿತು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಕೊಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಂತರ ರಾಮಚರಿತ ಮಾನಸ ಕುರಿತು ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಜಿಯವರಿಂದ ವಿಶೇಷ ಪ್ರವಚನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ತಾವು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ತೆರಳಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ.
वादिराजगुरुं वन्दे हयग्रीव दयाश्रयम् वादिराजगुरुं वन्दे हयग्रीव दयाश्रयम् धवल गंगेय गंगाधर महालिंग माधव तोरी सैया धवल गंगेय गंगाधर महालिंग माधव तोरी सैया अच्छी सी कवली कविष्टव अच्छी सी कवली कविष्टव अच्छी सी कवली the सुरचक्रवर्ती वागमगेट मनोहरमूर्ति सारसज्जननिधे सुरचक्रवर्ती दारुणियೊಳಗೆ ತುಂಬಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ದಾರುಣಿಯೊಳಗೆ ದಾರುಣಿಯೊಳಗೆ ತುಂಬಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಮುರಾರಿಯ ತೋರಿಸು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣಾರ್ಥಿ ಮುರಾರಿಯ ತೋರಿಸು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣಾರ್ಥಿ ಅವಳ ತಂದೆಯ प्रसन्न श्री भगवन्त चंद्र प्रसन्न श्री भगवन्त अरुणितने वन्दे आडोकियन्न चंद्र प्रसन्न श्री भगवन्त अरुणितने वन्दे आडोकियन्न
Venerable Swami Veerabhadrananji Maharaj is a Adhyaksha of Ramakrishna Math Haripur, Kerala. It was the first center started in Kerala. Swamiji is heading that center. I request Reverend Swamiji to read from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna.
जीवनं कविनीरितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिका जनाः. Jai Shri Ramakrishna. It's a random selection from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. A beautiful scene has come. Maharaj has opened. Advice to householders. Narendra and the devotees began to sing Kirtan, accompanied by the drum and cymbals. They moved round and round the master as they sang. Immerse yourself forevermore, O mind, in him who is pure knowledge and pure bliss. Next they sang, Oh, when will dawn for me that day of blessedness? When he who is all good, all beauty, and all truth will light the inmost shrine of my heart. At last, Narendra himself was playing on the drums and he sang with the master full of joy. With beaming face, chant the sweet name of God. When the music was over, Sri Ramakrishna held Narendra in his arms a long time and said, You have made us so happy today. The floodgate of the master's heart was opened so wide. That night he could hardly contain himself for joy. It was 8 o'clock in the evening. Intoxicated with divine love, Sri Ramakrishna paced the long veranda north of his room. Now and then he could be heard talking to the Divine Mother. Suddenly he said in an excited voice, What can you do to me? Was the master hinting that Maya was helpless before him, since he had the Divine Mother for his support? Narendra, Yam, and Priya were going to spend the night at the temple garden. This pleased the master highly, especially since Narendra would be with him. The Holy Mother, who was living in the Navabar, had prepared the supper. Surendra bore the greater part of the master's expenses. The meal was ready, and the plates were set out on the southeast veranda of the master's room. Near the east door of his room, Narendra and the other devotees were gossiping. Narendra, how do you find the young man nowadays? Young, they are not bad, but they don't receive any religious instruction. Narendra, but from my experience, I feel they are going to the dogs. They smoke cigarettes, indulge in frivolous talk, enjoy foppishness, play truant, and do everything of that sort. I have even seen them visiting questionable places. Master Masha, I did not notice such things during our student days. Narendra, perhaps you did not mix with the students intimately. I have even seen them talking with people of immoral character. Perhaps they are on terms of intimacy with them. Young Master Masha, it is strange indeed. Narendra, I know that many of them form bad habits. It would be proper if the guardian eyes on the thus when Sri Ramakrishna came and asked with a smile, Well, what are you talking about? Narendra, I have been asking Master Masha about the bombers in the schools. The conduct of the students nowadays is not all that it should be. The master became grave and said to M rather seriously, this kind of conversation is not good. It is not desirable to indulge in any talk, but talk of God. You are the senior and you are intelligent. You should not have encouraged them to talk about such matters. Narendra was then 19 years old and Master Masha about 28. Thus admonished, Yam felt embarrassed and the others also fell silent. While the devotees were enjoying their meal, Sri Ramakrishna stood by and watched them with intense delight. That night, the master's joy was very great. After supper, the devotees rested on the mat spread on the floor of the master's room. They began to talk with him. It was indeed a mark of joy. The master asked Narendra to sing the song beginning with the line, in wisdom's firmament, the moon of love is rising full. Narendra sang and other devotees played the drums and cymbals. In wisdom's firmament, the moon of love is rising full, and love's flood tide in surging waves is flowing everywhere. O Lord, how full of bliss thou art! Victory unto thee! On every side shine devotees like stars around the moon. Their friend, the Lord, all merciful, joyfully plays with them. Behold, the gates of paradise today are open wide. The soft spring wind of the new day rises fresh waves of joy. Gently it carries to the earth the fragrance of God's love, till all the yogis drunk with bliss are lost in ecstasy. Upon the sea of the world unfolds the lotus of the new day, and there the mother sits enshrined in blissful majesty. See how the bees are mad with joy, sipping the nectar there. Behold the mother's radiant face, which so enchants the heart and captivates the universe. About her lotus feet, bands of ecstasy, holy men are dancing in delight. What matchless loveliness is hers, what infinite content pervades the heart when she appears. O brothers, says Premadas, I humbly beg you, one and all, to sing the mother's praise. Sri Ramakrishna sang and danced, and the devotees danced around him. When the song was over, the master walked up and down the northeast veranda, where Hasra was seated with Yam. The master sat down there. He asked a devotee, do you have dreams? Devotee, yes, sir. The other day I dreamt a strange dream. I saw the whole world enveloped in water. There was water on all sides. A few boats were visible, but suddenly huge waves appeared and sank them. I was about to board a ship with a few others when we saw a Brahmin walking over that expanse of water. I asked him, how can you walk over the deep? The Brahmin said with a smile, oh, there is no difficulty about that. There is a bridge under the water. I said to him, where are you going? To Bhawanipur, the city of the Divine Mother, he replied. Wait a little, I cried. I shall accompany you. Master, oh, I am thrilled to hear this story. Devotee, the Brahmin said, I am in a hurry. It will take you some time to get out of the boat. Goodbye. Remember this path and come after me. Sri Ramakrishna, Master. Oh, my hair is standing on end. Please be initiated by a guru as soon as possible. Shortly before midnight, Narendra and the other devotees lay down on a bed made on the floor of the master's room. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Now, Ashrama devotee, Sri Kapanaye, Jnanamudraya Krishnaya, Pujya Swamiji's and dear devotees. So today I thought I'll share some ideas from the Gita and how the way Swamiji has explained Vedanta and the sadhana method to us is very much in line with the Gita and how Swamiji has made the teachings of Gita very simple. So one teaching of Swamiji which comes to our mind is, which he repeats in several places, is he says, be good, do good, this is the whole of religion. So this is one of the statements he makes. So this be good, do good is idea, that theme occurs several times in Swamiji's teachings in several ways. For example, he says religion is the manifestation of divinity already in man. So if you see that the divinity already in man is the be good part and manifestation is the do good part. And the motto of Ramakrishna mission, Swamiji has coined as Atmano Mokshartam Jagat Hitayacha. So Atmano Mokshartam is be good, Jagat Hitayacha is do good. Right? So like this, if you take several of Swamiji's teachings, we can find that it will come into these categories. Right? So arise is do good, awake is be good. Right? So this way, it is. These are two aspects of sadhana, and even the Gita also considers these two, mainly karma yoga and dhyana yoga. So when we say karma yoga and bhakti yoga is all over the place, it is soaked in all the yogas, and dhyana, when we say dhyana yoga, culminates in jnana yoga, so that is also together. So in 12th chapter, Krishna says, Etu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayata upasate. So basically, he summarizes the entire sadhana according to Bhagavad Gita in just 2 lines, where he says, Etu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha. Matparaha, having me as the goal. Etu, that person who, right, sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya, who offers all the actions to me. So according to Gita and according to Swami, when you say according to Gita, it always means according to Gita, according to Vedanta, according to Veda, according to Swamiji, according to Thakur, it's all the same. Okay. Just like when we take from, and primarily we take an idea from somewhere, we say okay, it is from there. But everyone says the same thing. Right? So sarvani karmani, so we say like all actions. There is no difference between sacred and secular. Like whether you are working for your family or whether you are working for your organization or doing social service, everything is the law, offered to the Lord, because this entire world belongs to Him. He owns this world, He runs this world, and so there is no difference between whether you are working for your family, whether you are cooking for your children, or whether you are working for your employer, or whether you are doing some social service, or you are sitting in meditation. It's all the same. This is all karma, sarvani karmani. Mayi sanyasya matpara. Do it for me, with me as the goal. So that is the karma yoga. And then, so etu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. So meditate upon me
with full concentration. What will happen if you do that? Then Mayi Adeshita Chetasam. So the mind will be totally soaked in the Lord. So Mayi Adeshita Chetasam. That word again gets repeated in the Gita several times. So the goal for us sadhakas is how to get the Lord into our mind, how to soak our mind completely in the Lord. Mayi Adeshita Chetasam. Now, how to do Mayi Aveshita Chetasam? He says, Eti Sarvani Karmani Mam Dhyanata. So, when we are outside the puja room, do all the work for the Lord, and inside the puja room, we meditate upon the Lord. So, that way, our entire life is covered, and by doing this, we will have our mind completely soaked in the Lord. And if we do that, then the Lord says, Teshamaham Samudharta Vritti Samsara Saga. He says, I will save you from this samsara sagra, don't worry. Right? So this is all that the summary of the Gita teaching. So just two things, right? Have the Lord as the goal, involve the Lord in everything. This entire world belongs to the Lord. So every action you do is an action for Him only. So remember Him always, do all the work as offering to Him. And to strengthen that bhava, you need to spend morning and evening, half an hour, 1 hour in the puja room, meditating on Him, so that strengthens your bhava rest of the time. And also, whatever you are doing rest of the time will strengthen your mind when you do meditation. Without thinking of the Lord, if you read the entire rest of the day, you cannot expect your mind to sit and meditate morning and evening half an hour. It's not possible. So you have to lead a meditation conducive life for rest of the 23 or 22 hours. Only then your mind will settle down and will be able to meditate when you want to sit and meditate. So these two, the Karma Yoga and Dhyana Yoga, they strengthen each other. So whatever time you spend in the puja room, that gives you the force to think about the Lord rest of the time. And that gives you the rest of the time, whenever you think about the Lord as much as possible, that ensures that when you sit for meditation, you will have enough concentration. So this is what Sri Ramakrishna says as, right, like mane, kone, bane. So threefold, like strengthening of spiritual life. Mane, so in the mind. So 24 hours, think of the Lord in the mind. To strengthen that, what do? Kone. Morning and evening, half an hour, 1 hour, you sit in the puja room in a corner and you do exclusive spiritual sadhana. That strengthens your money, the rest of the time. Now, to strengthen this daily practice, you go for money. You attend spiritual retreat like this. This is what Sri Ramakrishna says. Now and then, you get out of the house and spend time exclusively for sadhana. So that is the money part, which is why all Ramakrishna Mission centers, they organize this kind of spiritual retreats, so that this will strengthen the daily practice, and the daily practice will strengthen the rest of the time. And the goal by this, we'll be able to get into Mayi Aveshita Chetasam. Like mind will be completely absorbed in the Lord, and when the mind is absorbed in the Lord, then everything else is taken care of. Now, when we say everything else is taken care of, doesn't mean life will be a bed of roses. Like, in the Gita, Krishna talks about Jivan Mukti. And there are so many places where he gives very, very detailed explanation of the life of a Jivan Mukta. Like in the 2nd chapter, he calls the Pratya Lakshana, 14th chapter, he says Gunatita Lakshana, 12th chapter, like Parabhakta Lakshana. Like this, he gives a lot of places, he gives very detailed description about the life of a Jivan Mukta. Nowhere he says a Jivan Mukta will have supernatural powers. A Jivan Mukta will be able to read others' mind, will be able to fly in the air, nothing. Absolutely no mystery, no miracles, nothing, all straightforward, down to earth. So Swamiji keeps on telling in the complete works, like against mystery mongering, against supernatural powers, all these things. Thakur also says that in the Gospel. And that we can see very clearly in the Gita. So many shlokas Krishna spends explaining the state of a Jivan Mukta. Nowhere there is any mention of anything supernatural, anything miraculous, nothing. Everywhere everywhere he says, Sito Jaya Jaya. What does that mean? Like Shita Ushna. He will face heat, he will face cold. Sukha Dukkha. Pleasure will come, pain will come. Labha, alabha. Gain will come, loss will come. Jaya, ajaya. Success will come, failure will come. Even for a Jivan Mukta. The Jiva Mukta also will go through all these ups and downs of life. So just because a person has become a Jiva Mukta doesn't mean he will always have everything smooth. No. Life will have its ups and downs. But then everywhere Krishna says, Shanti Marigachati. But he will have peace of mind. So what Gita assures us is in the midst of all the ups and downs of life, you will have peace of mind. So there is no assurance of becoming rich, becoming healthy, becoming like nice relationships, nothing. All those things are not assured at all. They may come as some byproducts because we kind of don't get angry, so automatically people will not fight with us. Some things might happen. But then what Krishna says is the Shanti. So right from the Gita shloka starts with the second chapter, right, 11th shloka, where he says, he defines what is the goal of the Gita. He says, Na anushochyanti panditaha. The wise man does not grieve. So basically what Gita assures us is freedom from sorrow, not freedom from problems. Problems will be there, but sorrow will not be there. And this is the quintessence of the Gita, because the Gita teaching ends in the 18th chapter, 66 shloka. There also he says, Masichaha, don't worry. So beginning also he says, Na anushochyanti panditaha. End also he says, Masichaha. Throughout the Gita also he keeps on saying, Shanti Marigachati. So everywhere he talks about peace. So this is what is expected out of the Gita. Right? So when Gita talks about moksha, it is not something which is post-mortem, which you get after death. No. Some places he says, Videha Mukti is also talked about. But in general, most of the Gita's stress is on Jivan Mukti. And what is Jivan Mukti? Freedom when we are here. So when we say freedom from what? Right? Freedom from what? So easy thing which you can remember is freedom from the Shat Ripu. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Freedom from desire, Kama, Krodha, anger, Lobha, greed, Moha, delusion, Mata, arrogance, Matsarya, jealousy. Freedom from these 6 is what is called as moksha. Right? That is Jivan Mukti. And this freedom is what Gita ensures. Like this freedom, this is the freedom which we always talk about. Swamiji says Atmano Mokshartam. Right? So there when we say Atmano Mokshartam, what is that moksha that Swamiji talks about there? Right? We have to understand that the moksha which Swamiji talks about is Jivan Mukti. Because everywhere, even Swamiji also says the same thing. And Gita also, it talks about the Jivan Mukta, then after that it says, he will be working in this world. Right? Like, so, for example, 5th chapter, like, Yoga Yukto, Vishuddhatma, Vijitatma, Jitendriya, Sarva Bhuta Bhutatma. After that, he says, Purva Napina Lipyate. So, that shloka talks about the steps to Mukti. Like, for the 3 yogas I mentioned there. Yoga Yukto, Vishuddhatma. Right? Here Atma means mind. So by Karma Yoga, the mind becomes pure. Yoga Yukto Vishuddhatma. Then Vijitatma Jitendriya. So by the control of the mind, you will be able to win over the senses. This talks about the Dhyana Yoga. First one is Karma Yoga, then Dhyana Yoga. Then Sarva Bhutatma Bhutatma. You will be able to see yourself in all living beings and all living beings in you. So that is the Jnana Yoga part where you see the Advaita Darshana. So you understand that it is the Lord who has become everything in this universe. So there is no difference between at all here, Ekam Eva, Advitiya. So that is everything is the Lord only. So that is Jnana Yoga. And after this what? So Jnana Yoga basically gives you moksha. But after that what? He says Purva Napina Lipyate. He does not go and sit in one cave and then pass away like that. No. After that, he comes back into the world and Purva Napina Lipyate. Even if he works in this world, he will continue to work in the world, Na Lipyate, without attachment. Right? So, this is the model of the Gita. Right? So, basically, Vihaya Kaman Yes Sarvan. After that, Vihaya Kaman Yes Sarvan. He becomes free from all desires. Then, what does he do? Pumans Charati Dispraha. He will go work in this world without getting attached. That Kumam, the person, the Jivan Mukta, Charati, he will work in this world. He will be moving around in this world, doing his duties, taking care of everything, nispriha, without attachment. So everywhere in the Gita, the model given of a Jivan Mukta is a person after attaining the knowledge, continues to live in the world, continues to do his duties, moves around in the world without getting attached. So this dynamic Jivan Mukti is what Gita talks about, and that is what Swamiji also talks about. So when we say be good, do good. So what do you mean by be good, do good? So be good is freedom from the 6 ripus, right? Freedom from desire, anger, ego, jealousy. That is be good. And do good. Do good to the world. So do good to the world again. The Gita gives very elaborate. It says do your duties, right? So karmanatam bhyarche. Doing your duty is worship of the Lord. Then it talks about yajna, dana, tapas, how to be in the world and do good. The Gita gives very elaborate descriptions. So be good, do good, and they will support each other. By being good, you will be able to do good. By doing good, you will be able to be good. So these two will enhance each other, strengthen each other, and that is what Krishna says, that is what Swamiji says, Atmano Mokshartam Jagat Hitaya. Right? Like so, our pursuit towards moksha will be supported by Jagat Hita, Dharma. So Dharma and moksha, these two are basically Dharma and moksha. So Dharma will support moksha, and as we progress towards moksha, we will be able to do more and strengthen our Dharma will become strengthened. So Dharma and moksha as the 2 wings will be able to progress in spiritual life. So this is what I understood about Swamiji. So I hope it was it was interesting and it kind of triggered thoughts in you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Gopal Mataji. Now I request Reverend Swami Vimokshananji Maharaj to address you. The topic is faith, how to intensify it. Faith is the essential things in our spiritual life. So how to intensify it regarding this topic, Reverend Maharaj is going to give a talk.
अखण्डमण्डलम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पददर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ भगवते रामकृष्णाय। Dear Swami, Father Swarupananji Maharaj and the other monks who are seated here, and also my dear devotees. Just now, Sri Gopal Muthu gave a very intimate knowledge about the Rahasya of Gita. How some of the verses in the Gita spoken by Bhagavan Sri Krishna can be related to Swamiji's teaching. That's a very enlightening talk given by Gopal. Thanks to him. But before that, Swami Veerabhadranji, who is sitting next to me, he is the head of the Haripath Center in Kerala. He read a passage from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. There also we found that the conversation between Naren and Sri Ramakrishna, very interesting passage has come out. And before that, in the temple, my brother P.L. Rudranaji conducted a guided meditation. Very beautiful. I have seen this guided meditation when I was in South Africa. He visited that place. And then the devotees were charmed. And it was about 400 to 450 people sitting there in the hall. And they heard him so wonderfully. And that meditation, guided meditation, is still in my memory. So when today morning, some Bodhi Sulpanji told me that Veerabhadranji is arriving here, I immediately told him, Maharaj, he does the guided meditation so beautifully. Why don't you give that? Otherwise, I was supposed to conduct that. So he immediately agreed to my suggestion, and we all have benefited. We have come to this ashram. And a few of the difficulties, then in the health, etc., be able to come to the ashram very regularly. But there are devotees who come regularly. I am seeing one devotee also here sitting. I heard that she comes every Sunday and checks the elderly Swamis here about their health. So you see, some devotees come very regularly. When you go to a ashram and sit there for some time in the temple, and then go back to your home, I take it for granted that you have faith in Sri Ramakrishna. We all think like that. I am here in the mission for more than 53 years, and I think I have faith in Sri Ramakrishna, but never question that faith. Do I have really? Like that, I never question. So, blissfully unaware whether the faith is there or not, we are continuing our life. It goes on and on. When at particular time, when Sri Ramakrishna gives a jolt to you and makes you and asks you this question, do you have really faith in me? That situation comes in everyone's life. So what is this faith we are talking about? Is it Vishwas, as we say in Bangla and Hindi? Is it Vishwas we are talking about? Or is it Asta we are talking about? Nothing. Both are a kind of belief. In English, if you have to translate Vishwas, it is translated as belief. Yes, I believe in Sri Ramakrishna. You can say that. Do you have faith in Sri Ramakrishna? So when this question is superimposed, after telling you, after asking you, do you have belief in Sri Ramakrishna? Then our mind starts thinking, oh, I have been thinking, is belief, faith, these terms can be interchanged at any time. They are all meaning the same thing. Like that so far I am thinking. But when somebody asks me, Swamiji, what is the difference between belief and faith? Then you start thinking, oh, must be some difference. Definitely there must be some difference. What could be the difference? Yesterday, we generally criticize the WhatsApp, etc. In many places you find. We ourselves do not support this WhatsApp, etc. We criticize. But WhatsApp has got some good things also. Yesterday one Swami, my own, who studied with me in school, that Swami sent me a WhatsApp message. A very beautiful message. I read it. Then I told him, hey, tomorrow I am going to speak on the faith in Sri Ramakrishna. I think this may be a good example. So I am just narrating to you what he forwarded to me. That was not created by him, it was forwarded by him. But it will be interesting if you have not got already that message, because these messages are always moving around. Sometimes 10 years before what message they got, that message comes to me. And if you have 100, 200 contacts with you, and the 200 people, when they get the message, they will redistribute that, forward it to others. So you get from 200 people the same message. It's really very, very boring and very troublesome, this WhatsApp. So many times I just put it off and I don't open it. Sometimes I open it and see 540 messages are living there, and it's showing that 540 messages are there. Now where is the time to go through each message? So I tell the devotees, if you have got any point to consult me immediately or later time, just ring me. Even if I am busy, suppose I am in meditation, I cannot attend to a phone call, I would say that later I will see what are the missed calls. Then I will give return call, I will give you. That's a courtesy. We have to give a return call. When somebody gives you a call and you cannot take it, you will return the call. So like that I will get naturally contacted. So don't send these WhatsApp messages. In my WhatsApp, I have written there, please, twice I have written, please, do not send me forwarded messages. Just to escape from that forwarded messages, to go through that. But anyway, the message that this Swami sent to me was very interesting. In Chennai, when I was a student studying in the school, we all used to go to different places, and there were open space. Somewhere in T Nagar I was studying, and I was living in T Nagar. So in T Nagar, when you go there, there's some open spaces there. So a few magic fellows will come. They will show some magic. They are called street magicians and street artists. Some are magicians, some are artists. One artist, he did a fantastic show, and we are children. So we stand and look at it, and with wonder we used to see how a man could do this. What he did, just he took 4 poles, bamboo poles, 2 poles he erected like that. He wound the 2 poles and made it stand at one place. And say from here to that side, he put another 2 poles like this X form, and he connected by a rope. What he does, he goes up the rope, the pole, and he puts his 1 foot on the rope. And then his wife is standing down below, and he puts his hand like this, and the wife gives the small baby, maybe 2-year-old baby. That baby he puts to it, and he holds the baby and puts the baby on his shoulder, and the baby is holding his head, and the baby is sitting on his shoulder. He has put 1 foot on that rope. At that time, our heart palpitates. What is going to happen? And he's holding the pole. And next step, when he puts it on the rope, he leaves the holding of the poles. His hands are free. And he's walking slowly. It was stunning. See, those things are actually, we have lost that type of talents because we don't support such things. We are busy with the TVs. So we don't go outside and see this. How these street fellows, they are having such talents. Holding a baby. Just now, Gogol spoke of these persons who have realized God, how they behave. How they behave. That sthiti, the steady wisdom, their jnana is, their knowledge is steady. So the one who has got a steady mind, he's got sthita prajna. When I saw him, later on when I start reading, I get this also feeling. How that person, an ordinary householder, and putting a small baby on his shoulder, he's walking 1 step on that. When he takes out 1 step from the rope, he's standing literally on 1 foot only, but balancing with 2 arms, putting 2 hands straight, and he's balancing. And he walks. He looks at the audience. He asks, "You saw me, I came with a baby, and safely I arrived at the destination. Now I am going back. The child is not with me. I would like any one of you who is having a child give me. I would take the child on my shoulder and I would walk. None could get it. Will you give your child to him? No. Because you believe that he can do, but you don't have faith that he can do. This is the important difference between belief and faith. In belief, what my father says, I went to, he was a devotee of Lord Sai Baba, Puttaparthi Sai Baba. So he used to go there and he used to come back and tell the children, hey, I went to Puttaparthi and met Sai Baba there. Like that he would say. And Sai Baba did something to him. Some good things in spiritual life, he has helped him. So you tell, that was, I heard from him, it is a belief for me. Unless and until you experience, unless the belief that you have is translated with your experience, it doesn't become faith. So I say, there's a beautiful milk is there, our dairy farm milk. It's full of cream. And if you take 1 week, you put on the weight, come, like that I tell you. So you have seen the old Goshala, you have seen those cows, and when the milk is taken out, you have seen the milk. Does it become faith? No. Unless and until you drink that and get postic and get nutritious food you get, unless and until, so merely seeing or hearing about that does not make you faithful. So we ask, rather, I don't ask you devotees, I don't dare to ask the devotees, I ask myself. When I go to the shrine, I look there and bow down and then fold my palms and ask, hey Sri Ramakrishna, do I have faith in you? Or just believe? Because the previous Swamis have told me Ramakrishna is in a divine incarnation. So I believe in that. When it is going to become faith, not have. Why? Because faith not yet been born. I also say that to you. But in what situation you will be able to tell exactly, I have no an inch of doubt or an iota of doubt, as we say, an iota of doubt in Sri Ramakrishna's presence, in Sri Ramakrishna's protecting you, in Sri Ramakrishna being with you. If that experience you have gained, then it is definitely, it has become a faith. Now, in general, all the devotees who have been initiated in the Ramakrishna order and you have been coming to the mission and you have been praying, you have been doing your sadhanas as given by your guru, all those things you are doing it. But when are you going to have experience? Once I was talking to Swami Ramanathan. So we are brahmacharis at the time. He came to Kanpur. I was a brahmachari in Kanpur. So the duty was given to me to take books along with him in the car. And wherever he goes, gives lectures, you have to spread those books and sell it. Suddenly he would look at me and ask, which book is not at all being sold? Tell me. So I will tell the name of the book. And he will speak about the book in his lecture. And that book is sold out. So like that wonderful Swami he was. He was very interesting character. So he used to tell us, the Brahmacharya used to sit under his feet and Maharaj, please tell us something. He would tell this, you see, you may live 120 years in the Ramakrishna order wearing these Garuda clothes. It doesn't make any sense. A tree can live more than you. 600 years a tree can live. What does it do? Except giving the shadow. So likewise, you'll be doing some good things to the society. That's all. But have you ever thought that for whom you have come, you left your home and heart, you have come to the mission, you have joined, you became a monk. Have you ever thought that you must have an experience of Sri Ramakrishna? That was the first time I heard from a monk, senior monk, telling me that have you ever thought about it? Yes, I have never thought about it. One day I will see Sri Ramakrishna, I am not talking about it. One day I will see that brightest form of Sri Ramakrishna in my meditation. I never thought about it. As a young boy, a 20-year-old boy, I knew that I have taken initiation, I must do japa, and my goal is realization of God. What does that mean? That is also not clear at that age. Only when you process all these sadhana in your life and proceed slowly and slowly, you come to the point when you understand, hey, 50 years gone, I have not gained the faith in Sri Ramakrishna. Even now I doubt Sri Ramakrishna, his power, his protecting capacity. Otherwise, 50 years you are initiated and a devotee, say 70-year-old devotee comes and tells me, Maharaj, I don't believe anymore in Sri Ramakrishna because he gave me trouble. Okay, he has given you trouble, and for that you don't want to believe in Sri Ramakrishna. Then where is the faith? The faith has not yet at all. It has not been started at all. It has not germinated, I should say. It is only inside. And now the topic is how to intensify the faith. So, as a disclaimer, I am telling you, do you have faith? If you do not have faith, try to cultivate the faith first. Let the faith germinate. But I cannot underestimate any of the devotees here. I tell you, there are devotees who are much more progressed in spiritual life than monks. I have seen some of the devotees, that's what I am telling you. In Ranchi, I was there for 12 years, and people used to come to me. I used to sit with those elderly devotees and ask them. And they would tell their experience, stunning experiences. They would say how Sri Ramakrishna is just next to them, how he is in front of them, how he is in the left of his side, how he is standing in the right side. Everywhere, all the 8 sides of you, Sri Ramakrishna is with you. Do you have that faith? At least do you have the belief. But the belief is shattered many a time in our life. There are tests that come to us. Actually, it's sent by Sri Ramakrishna. Yesterday also a devotee asked me a question. So why, even after having devotion to Sri Ramakrishna, and with all the things that I am supposed to do and doing, why suddenly I get some problems? Why? Because there are 2 reasons. The problems are coming off your own account by your own karmic effects. That cannot be stopped by Sri Ramakrishna. You have to undergo that. He will make you undergo that even if you are not willing. And secondly, he has given you a wonderful experience. You have enjoyed a wonderful peace in your mind while doing meditation. And that peaceful feeling of the experience is no more available to you. You go again and again to the same ashrama. You go to different ashrama. I tell people, please come to here. Stay there for at least 3 days and enjoy the peacefulness outside. And naturally your mind will go inside. And peace is Shanti Samadhi Gacchati, Krishna says in Gita. Samadhi Gacchati. Gacchati itself says that Shanti you have reached. But Adhigacchati also is a very big word. It says some Adhigacchati is. The Shanti is because it is inside, it is manifested at that time. So that Shanti which is inside you has to come out, manifest. Outside there is no peace. Now, this faith in Lord will come only when you start practicing this. How do you intensify? So the first method, I think, there is a Christian. In Christianity, some of the truths are very good. You know, there is one book which Swami Vivekananda was very fond of studying, and he himself translated into Bengali a few portions of the book. Anyone remember the name of the book? Yes? Imitation of Life. Very good, thank you. Thomas Kempis. So, one a great saint was there. He wrote a book, very small book. It is available free of cost in internet. You can download it and read it. Small book. So, imitation of Christ. He says that we imitate the Christ. So when it's Siddha Pragya, Lakshana we see in Gita, the question is raised by the opposite party. You see, these are the Lakshanas of a Siddha Pragya. I am not a Siddha Pragya. By telling to Arjuna, Arjuna was not Siddha Pragya at that moment when he was receiving these teachings. And I am reading the Gita now. I am also in Arjuna's stature. I am not Siddha Pragya. What is the use of knowing? A Siddha Pragya will walk like this, will talk like this, will sit like this. What is the use? Because that he is Siddha Pragya, for him it is possible. For me it is not possible. An objection is raised. So Shankara in his commentary, he raises this objection and he answers them. He gives a beautiful answer. He says, no, it is not like that. Those qualities, you may not be able to bring it out in your life now. But same qualities, if you start following in your life, if you follow those qualities, then one day you will come to the acme of that qualities stature and you will become Siddha. So Shankara gives this answer to encourage us to follow the qualities of Siddha. So he says imitation of Christ. So Christ, what are the qualities he found out, and then he started imitating in his life. So Swamiji was very fond of this book. So in this book he says that faith can be intensified in 3 ways. Hear the word. This is a Christian version, I am telling you. I will put it in Ramakrishna's version. Hear the word. That is the first method he says you have to adopt in increasing the faith. Second is heed to the word. This is the second way he says that. I will explain to you later. Heed to the word. Third he says put the word to test. What a beautiful 3 types of encouragement he gives to us. When I was reading that, how wonderfully this is very akin to Sri Ramakrishna's teachings. In Sri Ramakrishna, so today, in my WhatsApp status, I put a small teaching of Swami Vivekananda. I do not know how many of you see the status, but nearly 200 people visit the status every time. So the quotation of Swamiji goes like this. I read it, a small quotation. Instead of hearing foolish things, we must hear about God. This is Swamiji's verse. Page 6. So it says, instead of reading foolish books, we must read good ones which tell of God. 3 things he says. What a beautiful way Swamiji puts it. So he first is hearing, and this is what the Shravanam is the first. Do we hear about Swamiji, about Sri Ramakrishna, about Holy Mother? Do we anytime hear about them? I have seen in South Africa when we go with the devotee's car, the devotee will be driving, and then suddenly after talking for a few minutes, then he put on the what you call the play thing that he will play. What is playing? Some lectures or some time back I gave. He has recorded and he has put it on. My own lecture I am giving, and he is also hearing it. He says, Maharaj, whenever I put on these lectures and listen to your talks. He says. Why? Because the talks are centered on God. Hear about God. Always try to hear about that. As soon as the hearing happens, the ears, that's why the ears are bigger than the nostrils, than the eye pupil. They are small holes only, but the ear is very big. And mouth is only one, though it is equal to one ear, but it is only one. But ears are 2 for us. By 2 ears, you listen to the word of God. Hear about God, Swamiji says. Do we hear about Sri Ramakrishna? How many of you read the gospel of Sri Ramakrishna loudly in your home. Swami Bhaskarananji, you must have heard about him. He was the head of, is still there in America. In the Northern California, he is there. The center is Seattle, yes. I couldn't visit Seattle. I went very nearby, but I couldn't visit. San Francisco, up to that I went. So in Seattle Center, he is there. Once he was telling us, as a brahmachari, we were there in training center. We went to him. Maharaj, please tell some experience. He said, you see, I was invited in New Zealand. I arrived at the New Zealand airport. And the people who called me for the lecture, they were standing with a board, Swami Bhaskarananda, Seattle, USA, with a board. So I could know that I should go to them. So when I went nearer to them, one couple was standing sideways. They came and touched my feet and did pranam to me. They are, mind you, white couple. So white couple bending down and touching your feet and doing pranam is something, we don't generally expect from them. Our Indians do. Not only all Indians don't do that, but some Indians who are very close to the Ramakrishna Parampara, they do that. Coming and touching your feet and do pranam. So they did. So he was surprised. So the lady said, Swamiji, they have come to take you and they will put you in the hotel. Why not you come with us in our home? Only one night, you stay with us, and tomorrow I will take you to the venue where you are going to give speech. Look at them. You see, they are devotees, they are asking me to come to the home, so I am going with them. I will come to your venue tomorrow morning. For them, nothing. They said, okay, they were there. So he came to the home, and in that home, he saw beautiful 3 pictures, holy trio, as they call it. 3 pictures are there in the puja. He was surprised. They are New Zealand white people. In their home, they got such a big picture they got. And then while taking food, Swamiji asked the gentleman, how did you come as a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna? What made you? How did you come? He said, Swamiji, there is nothing to say that we did something. We do not know in our previous but what we did. Some good karma as per the Hindu, psychology. This good karma we must have, because they are Christians, they don't know the karmas. But they say we must have done good karma. My father, when we were children, my father once went to USA. And in USA, he was trying to walk in the street. He found a bookshop. He entered the bookshop and he purchased. He was standing and looking at the new books. The sale girl, she came and she brought out, said, sir, this is a new book that has come from India. Are you interested? So he just took the book and it was written, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Small, the abridged edition. He got it and then he purchased it. Because the lady strength, he purchased it and got it, kept in his bedroom and never looked at them. Years and 2 years have gone. One day in the night, he has an experience of Sri Ramakrishna. He was not a devotee. Ramakrishna can go to anyone, mind you. He can choose his devotee. You may be 10, 15 years devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, explain to everyone, I am a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. Well, that will not cut ice with Sri Ramakrishna. Unknown person, he may call and he may make him devotee. That's what happened to this man. He appeared out only this much, the head palm, and he says, my dear, you brought me from America 2 years back, you never opened it. He was stunned. From next day onwards, he started keeping us, the children, after the night supper, he would make us sit with him and he would loudly read this gospel. Swamiji, I have gone through this gospel, whole book, 15 or 16 times I have already gone through it. How many of us have gone through 15 times in our life? Do we read 2 pages, 3 pages in a day? I tell our congregation, I tell our devotees, please read, start reading 2 pages. 2 pages is not a big demand from you. It's only 5 minutes. Read that loudly. Keep your son and daughter. Find out their convenient time. and sit with them. Read it. Just read it. Ask your son and daughter to listen to it. Nothing more to do it. You don't need to bow down. You don't need to do any ritual. Nothing. Just read it loudly. When you read it loudly, your 2 ears are hearing. You are speaking. And you are able to hear the words of Sri Ramakrishna. Kathamrutam. What a beautiful title Srima gave. Kathamrutam is a nectar. Nectarine words. These nectarine words are so rare. You hear it. That's why Swamiji says, hear about God. This is the first one. Second one is, heed to the word. That's the Christian says. Now, how do you heed to the word? What Sri Ramakrishna said? We have to put into practice. How many of those Ramakrishna's instructions? You tell me, okay. Raise your hand so that I know I just come to second point. Okay. Maharaj says, you all have faith that you will get lunch prasad, even though it will be delayed. You see, what a wonderful example for faith. So, now, he to the, how the things Ramakrishna speaks to us in through different people he speaks. He says, Kone. The Swamiji was telling that. You told her, Dobutu said. So that one, how many of us will practice? Of course, today you have come for the retreat. That itself shows you are practicing it. I congratulate you for practicing this. Hear about God. Go to whatever he has said, just make a notebook and then write down. Can you practice that? He says, speak truth only. Never utter untruth. Can you practice that? The moment you decide that you will practice truth only, at that very moment a challenge will come to you. It will make you speak untruth. Such is the word. It will compel you to speak untruth. Even though you have taken in your mind the decision not to speak untruth. These are challenges, as we call it. Every challenge will come to you like this. Hundreds of challenges of his teachings. So there are books like the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna written by Swami Brahmanand. Not only Yam wrote about Sri Ramakrishna's teachings, but Brahmanand also wrote once. The other disciples tried to write, but Sri Ramakrishna prevented them. No, this work is not for you, he said. So Brahmanand used to think, he used to write that book in Bhubaneswar, sitting there quietly thinking about Sri Ramakrishna. He wrote certain teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. So take that book and read what are the teachings that are practicable for me at this present life, at this age. Try to find out one or two teachings. Can you put it into practice? Try to put it into practice. One teaching you put into practice, Sri Ramakrishna is extremely happy with you. And he will help you in putting into practice the second teaching. Like that you can go on. Third thing is, first is hear about God and heed to the word of God. And third thing, you have to experience. This experience is very important. Why I am telling you is, we are just growing old and old in our devotional life, not having any experience. Every devotee, everyone leading a spiritual life must get one experience at least, which will give you the faith, intensity of faith. So long your faith is not intensified, means that you have not gained any experience of God. I used to tell one very popular story that most of you know. If anybody new people have come, I tell you that once I went to Pune and I went to the temple. Bhima Shankar temple is there, one of the 12 Jyotirlingas. So I entered the temple. So that Pujari said, Swamiji, I am going outside. Everything I kept before Shivalinga. You do your own puja, he said. I said, oh, because we know Shiva puja. So I sat there and did my puja. You know, in that Kshetra like Bhima Shankar, very rare chance to sit there and puja. That Shiva gave me that grace. After doing puja, it was about 2 o'clock. I came out and sitting in the steps of the temple. I had 300 rupees in my pocket. I said, we are going out to catch a bus. I will eat some puri or something. So that because I have come without any food in the morning. When you go to Shiva temple, you must go fasting. When you go to Mother's temple, you should eat that. So Shiva temple, you should go fasting. Wearing the dress, the sari, you can say that she is the Lord. She came and she said, "Arey Babaji, खाना खाया? आपने खाना खाया?" Then I said, "नहीं." तो चलो मेरे साथ. Like she said. And I was trying, and then she started watching fast. I was thinking, moonbeam teriyada, moon, that means we say moonbeam teriyada. We don't know anybody there. Suddenly I have come there, and some lady is calling me, should I go with her? What is that danger? We don't know. And turned towards me. Small hut, and two children were playing outside. So I put the in the so अभी तुम इनके साथ खेलते रहो, मैं जाकर खाना बनाऊँ. There's a bit of section. I'm sitting 1 hour over, 1.5 hours, no khana is coming. So I was thinking what is going to happen. After some time, she brought hot, fulka roti with aloo sabji and dal. Like my mother, she sat in front of me. You know how you all feed your child. You make your son sit in front of you and give little dal. And if he says, enough, you say, no, little more you take. Like that she fed me. And then the time came for me to depart. Then I was very happy and told her, Mother, you have fed me enough. I am so happy. Now I am leaving. At that time it struck me, these two children are there. I should do something for them. So I put my hand in the pocket. I took the 300 rupees. I gave them. At that moment, that wonderful, pious lady suddenly changed her figure. She became like a Bhadrakali. I should not say Bhadrakali, Abhadrakali. She became so furious. And as if she should not receive the money, by her left hand, she picked my money like this. As if something that you don't pick up by your right hand. What you do, you put your left hand and pick up something fallen. Like that, she picked from my hand, picked it and threw it like that. And she asked me, Babaji, ये क्या होटल समझ कर रखा? तुम खाना खाए तो पैसा दे दिया. ये क्या होटल है? हमने कहा नहीं माँ, मैं तो होटल नहीं समझा, लेकिन बच्चों को देखा कुछ करने से तो मेरा संतुष्ट होगा. I said, माँ क्यों रो रही है? She says, 10 दिन हो गया बाबा जी, मैं रोज भीमा शंकर जी के पास जाता हूँ. मेरा इष्ट देव है. I think most of you understand Hindi. Yes. मैं रोज बोलती हूँ, क्यों नहीं तुम घर में आते? 15 दिन हो गया तुम नहीं आया. मैं ओ भगवान, देवो भव, Atiti is Deva. Our Vedas declare. We are not put into practice, but an unpad girl, an illiterate woman of a village, she has put it into practice. She says, every day, Baba comes to my home in one form or another to take meals, which I give him. The last 10 days he didn't have. So today I got, I have not fed you. आप सन्यासी हैं बोलकर आपको मैंने खाना नहीं खाया, खिलाया, हमने खिलाया. मेरा जो cannot be educated, cannot be removed from her mind any time in her life. It is like you touch the fire, you get burned. This experience can never be removed from your mind. Is it not? This is God's experience. She has understood that Rishta is coming and accepting her food. How many of us think like that? That Swami, when Swamiji says that is Jiva Shiva, this Jiva, Seva to Jiva, how do you give? Jiva is Shiva. That is the equation he puts. Shiva Jnane Jiva Shiva. Who taught Swamiji this? Sri Ramakrishna Swami. He taught this one mantra There are a lot of mantras, other one-line mantras in Sri Ramakrishna's gospel. One devotee has compiled them. Sometime back, I got that in WhatsApp. One after another, some 30, 40 one-line mantras of Sri Ramakrishna. When you read gospel, note it down. If you get one line, Shiva Jnane, Jiva Shiva, Jiva Seva. What a beautiful mantra. So likewise, we have to have some experience. Like, hanker for the experience, yearn for the experience, go and pray to Sri Ramakrishna. Hey Thakur, please give me some experience of you that you are there. And that is what Sri Ramakrishna did when he started Ma Kali Puja in Achineshwar. He said, hey Ma Kali, I do not know whether you are there or not. This is only a statue, a stone image. I am sitting before you. I am trying to do puja to you. I do not know whether you are there in this or not. Reveal the thyself to me, he said. Right? Grounded now. He says, Sri Ramakrishna is present. He showed me by moving his hand, he says, can you deny that his experience? An experience only can make your faith strong. We told you, as Jesus said, everything will be added to you. You put one, zeros will come one after another, and every zero will get a gain value. So I'm very happy and thankful to Swamiji for giving me an opportunity to meet all of them. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tatsat Sri Ramakrishna. Faith at that time has not become a matured faith. That's all. Even half faith is okay. Even a blind faith is okay. So like that, even if you have not got experience, by accepting, by hearing the word of God and following the teachings of great saints, yes, faith can be disciplined. Not necessarily that experience is correct. But once experience comes, as I told you, burning of the fingers, it can never leave you. You are fixed. That's all. Any other question? Yes, please. Come on here. Stand there, it's a class.
First of all, bowing down at the lotus feet of the trio. This question is not as much as a contradiction, but I remember having read Holy Mother telling, while we are on a journey, we see trees, and sometimes there is a patch of the journey where we don't see any tree. It does not deny any tree. It does not deny the existence of trees. The same with the experience also, she said. Once in a while you certainly do get experience, but there may be a patch on your spiritual journey as well that you may not necessarily see experiences. However, keep continuing the journey. Just because you don't see trees, don't stop your journey. Continue. So
that's a beautiful idea. So, yes, it is from today's talk, what did you gain the particular idea about the experience? Experience is not mandatory, I said. It is mandatory only when you get the complete maturity to get it. But before that, intensification can be of any degree, from 0, 1 degree to 100 degrees. Experience will give you 100 degrees of intensification. But the other methods of intensification also will intensify your faith, but it will go at different degrees. That's all. So it doesn't matter that once you get experience and another 2-3 years you didn't get any experience. It doesn't matter. The journey must proceed. I agree with you. Thank you.
Please explain the meaning of a dream that Brahmin is going to Bhavani.
Huh?
That dream, read in the gospel, little explanation.
She's
about it.
asking you that remember that man had a vision that one man is walking on the water. He says there is a bridge below. Oh, Bhavani Pur is where Bhavani is staying.
The dream.
That is a dream. In the dream, a Brahmin comes walking over the water. So he is surprised how he is walking. He says below there is a bridge. So where are you going? I am going to Bhavani. So that is indirectly what I am. There. So that is the abode of a mother. So what I interpret and understand is the man whom he saw was Sri Ramakrishna himself appearing. I am from Bhavanipur. Bhavani is one who takes across this bhava, across this samsara, bhava, bhava. So he's saying, I am going there, I am from that place. So Sri Ramakrishna himself has given that vision. So he says, my hairs are standing on its end, please take Mother Diksha. Bhavanipur is Bhavani's abode. That's a very beautiful, many times I also thought about it. Sri Ramakrishna himself coming and he is himself Bhavani, but Bhavdari, that is Bhavanipur.
I think how many of you are Kannada? Because if I speak in Kannada, you may not be able to understand. And now, because there is a language is there, and what you call it, the understanding of the words, I have prepared only in Kannada, but I try to mix Kannada, and now I will not go for it. Everybody knows English. I don't think English thing, whatever the English is enough. But today's subject what I prepared here. So the Shraddha and Vishwas. What is faith and conviction? Faith is one, but it should merge in conviction. That is what Tulsidas gives. You are chanting the Ram Nam Sankirtan. That sloka comes, the Prarthana sloka. Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwa Yabhyam Vina Napashyanti Siddhaha Swatastam Ishwar. Bhavani and Shankar are Shraddha and Vishwas. Faith and conviction. This is very important. Faith and Vishwas is a conviction. There is no what you call wavering mind. Shraddha is Shraddha Shraddha Bhagavad Ashtadhaya Vedam Shraddha is there. But you do it, your Shraddha may not be matured. Ashtadha. And Tulsidas brings the story, because whole Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana is nothing but the story. It is not Ramayana, which is Valmiki Ramayana, as depicted there. Therefore, Tulsidas gives it the Ramcharit Manas. Manas is what? Your own mind. Your own mind. You can, what you see, the experience of the Thakur's Bhavani walking on the road. In the same way, you can imagine, you can't imagine on your mind becomes purified. Its mind will have no other desires. To have the experience of that one is a desire. You have to eradicate no desire. No from your side demands for Lord. You cannot demand Lord. Whatever is thy will be done. If you give it, Ma Achen or Ani Achen, Bhavana ki, that is a Ma Achen, 100%. The experience of what is you can ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಅಂತ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಉಂಟು. ಸೊ ಆದರೆ ರೆಲೆವೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವ ಈ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಏನಂದರೆ ತುಳಸಿದಾಸರ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಶಿವ ಮತ್ತು ಪಾರ್ವತಿಯಾದರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಭವಾನಿ ಶಬ್ದದ ಒಂದೇ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ರೂಪಿಣ ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಂ ವಿಧಾನ ಪಶ್ಯಂತಿ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಸ್ವಾಂತಸ್ಥಮೀಶ್ವರ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಭಗವಂತ? ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಭಗವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಗುರು ಚರಣ ಸರೋಜರಜ ನಿಜ ಮನ ಮೂರ ಸುಧ, ನನ್ನ ನಿಜ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಒಳಗಿರಬೇಕು. ನನಗೆ ದಿವ್ಯ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಅಂಜನ ಗುರುಗರ್ಭ ಅಂಜನ ವಾಯೋ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಎ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದ ಕಾರಣ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಣಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ರೆಕ್ಟ್ ತೆಗೆದ ನಂತರ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಭಗವಂತ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಶಯ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಕಾಳಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಕಾಳಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಳಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಳಿ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಳಿ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಬರ್ತಾ, ಕಾಳಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಬಡಿಸಿದ್ರು ಅವಳಿಗೆ, ಅದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಬಾಳೆಹಣ್ಣು ತಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾವ ಬಾಳೆಹಣ್ಣು ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ನಾನು ತಿನ್ನೋದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬಾಳೆಹಣ್ಣು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡೋದಾಗ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡೋದು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಂ ತಪಸ್ತಪ್ತಂ ಕರ್ತಂ ಚೇತ್. ಏನು ನೀವು ತಪಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆದರೆ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ, ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ. ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಎಂಬುದು ಅಂಧವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಅಂಧವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕನ್ವಿಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಮರ್ಜ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ವಿಕ್ಷನ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಧವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ತುಳಸಿ ರಾಮಾಯಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಥೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಶ್ರವಣ ಕುಮಾರ ಅವನು ಅವನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸಹ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್, ದೇ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ವಾಕ್, ದೇ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಶ್ರವಣ ಕುಮಾರನ ಕಥೆ? ಶ್ರವಣ ಕುಮಾರ is a young boy, so he was very energetic. His parents are blind, they are old, they cannot walk. So they have a desire, their parents express a desire that now ತೀರ್ಥಯಾತ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. we want to go to sacred place, ತೀರ್ಥದ ಯಾತ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ಶ್ರವಣ ಕುಮಾರ ಹೇಳಿದ, ನೀವು ಏನು ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ, ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಏನಂತರ ಏನು ಅವತ್ರ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಸಂಪತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಪಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಪತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವನು ತಕ್ಕಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳಿಸಿ ತಾನು ಅವರನ್ನು ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ. ಇದು ಅವನು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಶ್ರವಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಣ್ಣಿಲ್ಲ, ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ಆದರೆ ದೇ ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ರಾಂಗ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಧನ. ತೀರ್ಥಯಾತ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ತೀರ್ಥಯಾತ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಆ ತಾಕತ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆದರೆ ಇವರಿಗೆ
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಹೆಸರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೀರ್ಥಯಾತ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ತೀರ್ಥಯಾತ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಣ್ಣಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಮಗ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ, ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವನ ಹೆಸರು ಈಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಉಂಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿವೋಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಶ್ರವಣ ಕುಮಾರ್. ಅವನು ಮನನ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮನನಾತ್ಮಿ ನಿಧಿಧ್ಯಾಸ. ಮನನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಇವರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸರಿ ಇದು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಯಾವುದು ಕೂಡ he has not planned. So random he decided and started carrying the parents. ಅವನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಸರಿ ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವೆ, ಇದು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಅರಣ್ಯ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅರಣ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲನೇ ನಿಲ್ಬೇಕು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅರಣ್ಯ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಕಾಣುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾರ್ಗಗಳು. ಇವನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಚ್ಛೆ, ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವನು ಹೇಳಿದ, ನಾನು ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೀರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರಣ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ. ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹುಡುಕಳಿಸಿದ, ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ. ಈಗ ಈ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ಧೃತರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ದಶರಥ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಯಾವಾಗ ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಕಾಡಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಅವನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಕೈಕಿಯ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಿ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಲ್ಲ ಕಳಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಆದರೂ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಆಗ ಇನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಕ ವಿರಹದಿಂದ ದುಃಖ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹತ್ತಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಹೇಳಿದ, ನೋಡು ದೋಷ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೊಂದು ಕಳಿಸಿ. ಏನು ಕಳಿಸು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಈ ಯಾವಾಗ ದಶರಥ ಹುಡುಗನಾಗಿದ್ದ ಆಗ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಬಿದ್ದ. ಈ ಶಬ್ದ ಬೇಲಿ ಆರ್ಚರಿ ಸೌಂಡ್, ಏನು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆರೋ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್. ಈ ಬೆಲ್ಬೇಕಂತ, ಈ ಬಿಲ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವನು ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು. ಏನು ಹುಡುಗ ಆವಾಗ ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವನು ಕೊಳದ ಹತ್ರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಶಬ್ದ ಕೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅನಿಸ್ತಾರಂತೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವೆ, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ನೀರು ಕುಡಿತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಆವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಶಬ್ದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನೀರಿನ ಶಬ್ದ ಆಗ್ತದ, ಆ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಣ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೂ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಕೋಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಶ್ರವಣ ಕುಮಾರ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನ ತನ್ನ ತಂಬಿಗೆ ಮುಳುಗಿಸಿದಾಗ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಶಬ್ದ ಆಯಿತು. ದಶರಥ ನೋಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಶಬ್ದ ಕೇಳಿಯೇ ಶಬ್ದ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಾಣ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಆನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಅವನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಅವನು ಇದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಅವನ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ಬಂದ ದಶರಥ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವನು ಹೇಳಿದ, ನೋಡು ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ತೀರ್ಥಯಾತ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ನಾನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಜೀವ ಒಂದು ತನಕ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ತಂಬಿಗೆ ದಶರಥನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಆಗ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಇದು ಕತ್ಲೆಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಿಂಸ ಕಾಡು. ಸೊ ದಶರಥ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಸೊ ತಂಬಿಗೆ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹುಡುಕಿ ಹೋದ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀರು ತಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ಇದೆ. ಆಗ ದಶರಥನಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ಯ ಸಂಗತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳ ಅವರು ಪುರದವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗನನ್ನು ನೀವು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೂ ದಶರಥನಿಗೆ ಶಾಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ನೀನು ಕೂಡ ನಿನ್ನ ಮಗ ನೀನು ಸಾಯುವಾಗ ನಿನ್ನ ಮಗ ರಕ್ತ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಯಾರು ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ಎಂದು ಹತ್ರ ನಿನ್ನ ಮರಣ ಅಂತಿದೆ ಅವರು ಶಾಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಈಗ ಈ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ದಶರಥ ಅವರನ್ನು ಅವನ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನು ಸುತ್ತಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದ. ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಸೈನ್ಯ ಇದೆ, ರಥ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ಭಗವಂತನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಎಂಬ ದೇವರ ದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಎಂಬ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನಾಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರ ಈ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಮನೆ ಜಪ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮನೆ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಪ್ಪನ ಮಂದಿರನೇ ಬೈಟ ಬೈಟಕರ ಈಗ ಭಾಗವತ್ ವಾಸಂಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ರಾಮದ ವಾಸಂಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಡ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ನಾವು there is no coordination between your internal desires and the mind and your actions. So there is a difference. So even in the dvandva idre, you will not go. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆ ಶಬ್ದವಿದೆ ಆಗಿರಕ ಶಬ್ದದಿಂದ ಕೇಳಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವನು ಪ್ರಾಣ ಬಿಟ್ಟ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ದಶರಥ ಅವನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಇದು ಕೌಸಲ್ಯ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಇದಾಯಿತು. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ ತಪ್ಪು ಏನಿತ್ತು, ನಾನು ಶಬ್ದ ಬೇರೆ ಕಲಿತು ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ಆದರೆ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಅಂತ, ಆದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇದಾಗಿ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾಧನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಇವುಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವ. ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತ, ಅದು ನಾನು ಹೇಗೆ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ, ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಲೈಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅನೇಬಲ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ all the things which is I have heard. So it becomes Shravana, I become Kumara. I am not Manana. You are to Manana. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಮರ್ತೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೇಳಿದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷದಿಂದ ಮರ್ತೋಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ನೀವು ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್, ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಟು ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲಂದರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿ ಅರ್ಧದಲ್ಲೇ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಪುನಃ ನಮ್ಮ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಈ ಶ್ರವಣ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಶರಥನಿಗೆ 3 ಮಂದಿ ಪತ್ನಿಯರು. ದಶರಥ ರಾಜ, ಕೌಸಲ್ಯ, ಸುಮಿತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಕೇಯಿ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ತುಳಸಿದಾಸರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ದಶರಥರು ವೇದ ಸ್ವರೂಪ, ಈ ವೇದವು ದಶರಥನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಭಾಗ ಇದೆ: ಕರ್ಮಕಾಂಡ, ಉಪಾಸನಾ ಕಾಂಡ ಮತ್ತು ಜ್ಞಾನಕಾಂಡ, 3 ಇದೆ. ಕರ್ಮಕಾಂಡ ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕರ್ಮಕಾಂಡ. ನಂತರ ಉಪಾಸನಾ ಕಾಂಡ. ಉಪಾಸನಾ ಕಾಂಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು, ಈ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ರಿಚ್ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್ಸ್, ಉಪಾಸನೆಗಳು, ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಉಪಾಸನಾ ಕಾಂಡಗಳು, ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು, ಮಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ. ಇದು ಉಪಾಸನಾ ಕಾಂಡ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಜ್ಞಾನಕಾಂಡ. ಜ್ಞಾನಕಾಂಡ ಬಹಳ ಉಪನಿಷತ್, ಬಹಳ ಅಲ್ಪ. ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಜ್ಞಾನದ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಬಹಳ ಅಲ್ಪ. ಬಾಕಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಉಪಾಸನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಉಪಾಸನೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೆ, ಕರ್ಮಕಾಂಡವೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ ದಶರಥ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೈಕೇಯಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೊಳಗೆ. ಕೈಕೇಯಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳೇ ಬೆರಳು ಹಾಕಿಕೊಂಡು ರಥವನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೈಕಿ 3 ದೇವತೆಗಳ ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇವನು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪೈಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಮಿಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ಮ ಒಂದಲ್ಲ, ಕರ್ಮ ಕುಶಲತೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಆದರೆ ಕರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕಂಡ ಯಾರು ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ, ನೀವು ಡೈಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ, 10 ನಿಮಿಷ, 24 ಗಂಟೆ. 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಚಿಂತನೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪೂಜಾದಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಇದು ದಶಕ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಶಕ ಕೈಕೇಯ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಉಪಾಸನೆ ಯಾರು ಸುಮಿತ್ರೇಂದ್ರ ಬಹಳ ಅಲ್ಪ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಪಟ್ಟದ ರಾಣಿ ಕೌಸಲ್ಯ ಅವಳ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಹಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಅವನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ಬಿಸಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ? ಕೈಕೇಯಿ ಹತ್ರ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕೈಕೇಯಿ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗುವಾಗ, ಕೈಕೇಯಿಯ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅವಳ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಆಸೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಳು ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರಿ. ಕೈಕೇಯಿ ವೆರಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್, ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಲೇಡಿ. ಅವಳು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಎ main servant to look after, because her father wanted to safeguard his daughter. So ಅವನು ಕಳಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಂಥರ. ಬಾಕಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಾಕಿ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಬರಲಿ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಸಖಿಯ ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ. ಸುಮಿತ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಕೈಗೆ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡೀ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಕೈಕೇಯಿಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಂತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಮಂತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳುದು, ಮಂತ್ರ ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯುವರಾಜ ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವಳಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಡಿ ಬಂದು ಕೈಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಏನು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ವಿಷಯ? ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕ. ಹೌದಾ? ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಹಾರ. ಕೈಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಹಾರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವಳಿಗೆ ತಂದದ್ದು. ಆಗ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಗಡ್ಡೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಏನು ತಲೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸವತಿ ದೋಷ ಮತ್ಸರ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ಅವಸ್ಥೆ ಹೋಯಿತು, ದಶರಥ ಇರೋ ತನಕ ನಿಂದೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತೆ ಅಂತ, ನೀನು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀನು ದಾಸ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಅದು ಕೈಕೇಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕರ್ಮ ಅವಳು ಇದರಿಂದ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಏನೇನಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ ಭಯಂಕರ ನನ್ನ ಈ ರಾಮ ಇನ್ನು ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಆಗ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ನೀನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ ಇದನ್ನು ದಶರಥ ಕೇಳಿದ. ಇದು ದಶರಥನಿಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಹೇಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಸತ್ಯವಾದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಸತ್ಯ ಪಾಲಿಸುವರು, ಸತ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆದರೆ ದಶರಥ ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಭರತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸತ್ಯ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಸತ್ಯ ಇಂದಿನ ದಿವಸ ಈ ಅವರು ಮಂತ್ರಿಮಂಡಲದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾಳೆ ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರಾಜ್ಯ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇದು ನಂತರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೈಗೆ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಆಗ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು, ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನೀನು ಉಳಿದದ್ದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಉಳಿದ ನಂತರ ಏನು, ನಾನು ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ, ಮೊದಲೇ ನಾನು ವಸಿಷ್ಠರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಮಾಡುವ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಾಕಿ ಉಂಟು. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಬಿಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನೀನು ಈಗ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ದು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸೊ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನ ಗಾಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರು. ಹೀಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾತು, ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಮನ್ಮುಖ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿ ಸತ್ಯ ಯಾವುದು ಅಸತ್ಯ ಯಾವುದು ಏನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು ಕಿಮಕರ್ಮಿ ಕವಯೋ ಕರ್ಮ ಮಾಡ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡದಿದ್ದರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ 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 ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣಾರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು.
ಖಂಡನ ಸುಫಲ जय श्री भगवान श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस देव की जय श्री शारदा माई की जय श्रीमद स्वामी विवेकानंद जी महाराज जी की
ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ಗುರುರಾಜರು ಕೂಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಮುಂದಿನ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಿಬಿರ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 21ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಆಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ರಾಘವೇಶಾನಂದಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರವರು ಊಟಿಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ತತ್ವಮಯಾಂಜಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರವರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷದಂತೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷವೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಅಥವಾ ವಸಂತ ವಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ. 5ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ 10ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ, ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಬಹುದು. ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 14ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಂದ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 28ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿನ ತನಕ ಇದು ನಡೆಯಲಿದೆ. ಈ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಳಿಸಬಹುದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂದು ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಆರಾಧನೆ ಕುರಿತು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರವಚನ ಇದೆ 5:45 6:30 ಮತ್ತು ನಾಳೆ 5:45 6:30 ಇದೆ. ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆರಾಧಕ ಸಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕುರಿತು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರವಚನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಪ್ರಸಾದದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ತೆರಳಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು.